DJ Pest is on the beats, ladies and gentlemen.
You rocking with DJ Pest, you know everybody hates Pest.
We rocking with DJ Pest, everybody hates Pest. That way, huh?
Rocking with my bro DJ Pest. Everybody hate Pest except me though.
The grind, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the hustle, the culture, the business, the budget, the paper, the muscle, the grind, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the hustle, the culture, the business, the budget, the paper, the muscle, the grind, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the hustle, the culture, the business, the budget, the paper, the muscle, the grind, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the hustle, the culture, the business, the budget, the paper, the muscle, grind culture.
Hey, yo, what up, what up? It's your boy DJ Pest, aka the bad guy. This is Grind Culture. Across from me, I got my guy Wes Crav in the building. How you doing, sir?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
This is a show that we wanna use as a platform to give flowers to people that's in the city. You know, it's not more so something that we want to talk about what you have coming out. We want to talk about how you got to where you are right now.
Off top.
So the floor is yours, really. I just want to know, how did you get your start in music? Even though there are some things I want to talk to you about because I know about the homes.
Yeah.
But, where you from?
I'm from Fairfield, California, Bay Area. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm been out there, born and raised. You know what I mean? So I started musically out there. I got older cousins who rap. They both of my older cousins do rap, so they inspire me a lot to really do what I do. Just seeing them grind through the city, seeing them record, especially with some of my favorite rappers. Like I'm influenced by Killer Tay and Yuck Mouth, and growing up to see them really inspired me to rap. You know, I wasn't always dope. You know what I'm saying? I used to rap, used to put me on songs, and then my cousins just take me off. I used to make sure I get the song so I can show my friends before they take me off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how it always was. So one day I just decided to take my time with my rap, you know what I mean? And then I spit it, and after that I just, you know what I mean, slowly progressed. I never got took off a song then.
Yeah.
So I just been grinding.
You were young.
Yeah, like 14, 15, just rapping, still getting took off songs, but it really didn't happen until I came out here, when I dropped my first mixtape and stuff. But, grinding out there, I was going to college. I just graduated high school. I'm going to college basically all alone, kind of, you know what I mean? I was sleeping in my car, you know what I mean? Selling, started off a little drywall, soaked it in beer, and I'm on the block selling this to get gas money to go to school, because I'm going to school in Sacramento.
Yeah.
Fairfield to Sac is like driving from Glendale to Chandler.
Yeah.
So you have to have Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I'm selling these little drywall nuggets to get gas to go to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Eventually got up to the real stuff, but that's how I started to go to college, sleeping in my car, everything in the back. Monday and Wednesday and Friday, I'm driving up to Sac. Going to ITT Tech, going to get my degree in computer and electronics.
So you came to Arizona for school?
No.
Oh,
I came to Arizona. It was just bad. It was bad, and my dad it was bad for my dad too. My dad had came out here probably like a year before, and my sister, and got things together. He got a house with my sister and stuff, and then he left me his car, so that I was out there in the car, sleeping in the car, and then he found out how bad I was doing. He flew out there, and we drove back, cause he just couldn't see me like that. So my dad actually came and got me, and then enrolled me back in school. So that's when I got back in school, and then really found out the first thing to isolation. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming from the Bay Area, brand new. So I'm going to ITT Tech right there, and I found no friends or anything. I found out how to really isolate myself. You know what I'm saying? Get away from everything, and really kept pushing. So I graduated college with 3.69, highest honors. You know what I'm saying? Still rapping, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so I'm saying you're doing all this, the music is still intact.
Yeah, still freestyling, you know what I mean? Doing this, killing people in cities. Just doing. I'm young though, doing what we do, but it was really focused on college. You know what I mean? Graduate college, and then I eventually got a job. You know what I mean? Working with kids with disabilities, working $7.50 an hour. You know what I mean? Moved up to supervisor, $10.58. And then I interviewed for Intel, which I currently still work there now. Been there 18 years. Interviewed with them, and I got a job. I've been, as an engineer. So I've been an engineer at Intel for 18 years.
But with the so you're doing a lot.
Yeah.
The music.
Yeah, the music has always been it's always been kind of like a side thing. I started I got hired, you know what I mean, and then I went to Ireland for 9 months. And when I came back, I started this whole group, the S2E Squad. Me, you know, Lou Washington, a lot of other, you know, people from the Bay Area. We clicked up. We started pushing the S2E Squad thing out here heavy. We dropped our first mixtape, Brush Your Teeth Volume 1.
Around what year is that?
2006.
Okay.
2006, 2007, around that time. We did the Brush Your Teeth Volume 1, the mixtape. And then I printed up, we had this little, this printer was printed out on the CDs one by one. You know, I'm doing it. We printed out 1,000. Yeah. One go out, I mean, all whoever in there, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
printed out 1,000, and I boxed them up and I shipped them to California, and then we all flew to Sacramento. I rented the Hemi, 300 with the Hemi, and we drove from Sacramento to Hollywood, handing out. We had 100 shirts, like we had the iron-on shirts. You know what I mean? We printed out iron-on. We had 100 shirts, sent them out. We went from Sacramento to Hollywood, handed out 1,000 CDs and 100 shirts. That's how we started the buzz for the whole campaign.
And that was the first volume.
Yeah, volume 1.
How many volumes is it?
We did a 1.5, and then I started going solo.
Oh, okay.
Because after that, you know, everybody ain't built for it. Eventually, you gotta bring. Once I started grinding West Crav, that's when things started opening up doors. You know, I did the this Ballin' in My Backpack song called Ballin' in My Backpack around it all started with the T-Rex when Swag, I don't know if you remember Swag. Swag was real heavy on World Star. Yeah. And I did this little T-Rex and Swag jumped on it and was real. He's talking about signing me, you know what I mean, and all. Then he got locked up, you know what I mean. That started my buzz out here. And then I did this Ballin' in My Backpack. Submitted it to Carly Hustle. She was on the radio. Got Street Heat of the Week. And they was playing, you know, 7 times a day. Street Heat Ballin' in My Backpack, a song I recorded, you know, in the closet. And that really jumped off for me. Yeah. You know what I mean? So eventually it got to Derek Ware. It got to Derek Ware, and you know, he heard the song, put me on one show. I think it was the EPMD and DOS Effect show, and I bodied it. You know what I mean? He's like, okay, see what you're doing. Put me on another show. You know, I bodied it. And these are slots that people was paying for. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And he was giving me these slots, and I was just going crazy. Yeah. Every single time, just showing what I really got. And that's what really built up my show resume. So next thing you know, I opened up, you know, Rick Ross, and, you know, I was on Powerhouse with T.I., Ray Shrimmerd. You know what I mean? I did DJ Quick, Warren G, 420 with Bones, sold out. I did that. I did my own show, Livewire, sold that out, my own show. Headlined that, sold that out. So with Derek, shout out Urban AZ, with them, you know, Mercedes, with them just reaching out and giving me slots, you know, Migos, and they gave me slots that people were paying for. You know what I mean? Just on the simple fact that I can rock it. You know what I mean? So that's what really kept me in the music game, because it's always been a side thing. Like I said, I missed out on the tour with E40 because I didn't want to like quit my job. You know what I mean? Yeah. I missed out on a couple tours because I'm not going to, you know, pay 3 months out of work. You know, I'm making almost $100,000 a year as an engineer. You know what I mean? How
do you balance that though? But you have a nice resume.
Oh yeah. So
what you have in this resume, and then you have, let's say, reality. Work.
Yeah.
How do you balance what's more important?
I mean, always it's just money, supporting. It's just being different. Everybody raps. Yeah. You know what I mean? So everybody raps and everybody's broke. Yeah. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm an engineer now. You know what I mean? I was 4 or 5 years. I'm starting to make money, $20 an hour, $25 an hour, 30. Like, I'm starting to climb up. You know what I mean? So it was more about money. And I seen other people go on tour and then, you know, spend their money on the bus and sleeping out the hotels. You know, they get a little buzz, but it doesn't equal out to the money. You know what I mean? You got to go on 5 or 6 of those to really, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that for me, it wasn't going to add up. You know what I mean? And then at the same time, I'm getting blessed by Derek and Mercedes by doing these shows, because I wouldn't If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have been on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
So they're blessing me, and I'm going to these shows, and I'm doing my thing. You know what I mean? Crowd's going berserk though, berserk. So that's just keeping me okay. I still want to be in the rap game. You know what I mean? Part time, but the job is more important. So I always been side based musically, but going hard. Like everything is quality. Everything I try to put out, I try to make sure that it's up to par. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be the next thing jump. That's why I started video editing my own videos, and just started going from there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, it all comes around full circle. You know what I mean? As an in-house thing, doing the shirts from early on, you know what I mean? Printing up CDs, you know what I mean? I was always tapped in with the music thing, but it's not enough to give me $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm making more than $100,000 a year where I'm at. You know what I mean? And music, no amount. You got to be Lil Baby or something to make more than that. You know what I'm saying?
So when it comes to music, do you have any? With it being part time, do you have any goals?
Well, just to keep it pushing. But now, since I'm gonna do a couple more albums, and then I really want to bring other artists up. So I got Tendo. You know what I mean? He's a singer who's really, really dope.
Yeah, I met Tendo.
Yeah, I'm trying to bring him out. So as far as all my goals, I stomped. You know what I mean? Pretty hard. So I got I just signed a 6-single deal with Bentley Records. So which is dope because they put a budget behind me.
Yeah.
It's the first time, I got, over, I'm not putting my own money into it. You know what I mean? Bentley's going to put, 40, 50,000 behind this, behind 6 songs, which is crazy. Mm-hmm. So right now I'm just really gearing up to do these next 6 songs and just really try to see what they can do for me and where that can go. You know what I mean?
So if it comes to be that you start making $150,000, what happens?
I don't know.
Because it's not, you have the knowledge.
Yeah.
And it's other ways in the music industry to get money. It's so many ways.
Yeah, that's what I want to start tapping into.
So what happens? Are you saying, okay, well, this is still going to be the side hustle. I got $150,000 a year from this, but I'm still give it a side hustle.
Past to make $150,000 a year in the industry as a side. It's hard to do.
Very hard, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm not saying that.
I know. I'm just saying that. But if I do that, you know what I mean? I love the game.
Yeah.
I love helping artists out. I love rocking the stage, seeing people just go crazy to my music that never seen me before. I've been through it many, many, many times where people, they don't know me from a can of paint. They're ready to boo me. You know what I mean? I get on and they rocking. Yeah. And I'm rocking all the way out with them. You know what I mean? So I love that part of it. But, as I get older, I just want to help these part out. So I want to start doing management. Mm-hmm. A little more into management, you know what I mean? I'm still working, but I want to open up, start doing businesses, and then real estate.
How did that happen? I seen on Facebook a while ago. This is nothing recent.
Yeah,
it's like a home. Okay.
Yeah.
Home. I saw another home.
Oh yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
So how did you get into doing that?
Well, just the simple fact that I bought my first house in 2009. On the save, I think it cost me like $7,500, and Obama was giving $8,000 at the time to buy a house, and so it was just a no-brainer for me. You know what I mean? Market dipped. I bought a house just to see if I can do it. And the crazy, I had 50. Credit score was really low, but I did it. I was able to do it. And I bought a house, and then first house is okay. I guess that's what you're supposed to do, but eventually, I was like, okay, I rented that house, apartments, doing whatever, but I'm tired of paying for apartments. So, one day I was looking, I was like, man, well, let's see if I can do it again. You know what I mean? It's just that simple thought you got to put in your head. Okay, well, can I do it again? I got this rented out. You know what I mean? And it doesn't count as income. It doesn't count as debt. The house that you have is counted as income now. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, they can look at that as you're making more money. You know what I mean? So I was able to get settle down. I gave myself a year goal. My credit score was like 533. I gave myself a year goal, And I was like, well, let's get this up and let's see if we can get another house. So I got a new apartment 1 year, and after 1 year, I put $15,000 down, and I bought a second house, moved into that. You know what I mean? And then been in that 3 years, and then recently, as of 3 months ago, I bought my third house, just to see if I can do it again. I had to get my credit back up. You know what I mean? And then I gave it to my dad. I bought a third house. I saved $50,000, not going on vacations. You know what I mean? Watch what I eat, not going to these events. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to buckle down and isolate. I've been there before, but it was really COVID helped, saving that stimulus, saving my tax money. That's what people don't understand. You don't need a lot to buy a house. You can take this $7,500 from your tax. People get more now in taxes from their kids. You know what I mean? You can take that. You can go buy your house. You know what I'm saying? And then you can rent that out. It's counted as income, and then eventually you can go buy another one. And that's what I just learned. You know what I mean? So I saved $50,000. I didn't have to, but the market was crazy. So I put $50,000 on my third house. I gave it to my dad, and my dad is now renting that house out from me. You know what I mean? Gave him a little discount, but eventually, you look at it as equity. People don't know about, once you buy a house, equity. So my first house I bought, cashed out, refinanced. This is game I'm giving y'all right here. Okay,
I'm listening.
This is a game right here. So the first house I bought, I cash out, refinance. They'll do the appraisal, see how much the house is worth, which is up. At that point, you can get a new interest rate, and so I'm renting that out for $750 a month, $1,750 a month. I'm breaking even. You know what I mean? Breaking even. But after I cash out, refinance, got a lower interest rate. I took out $10,000-$15,000. And then I was able to get lower interest rate, and my payment was lower. So I was able to collect a little bit on that, got the $15,000, put that down on another house. So it didn't cost me nothing. Yeah. It didn't cost me nothing at all. I was able to get a lower interest rate and a lower payment and take out money to buy another house. So I did that. And then on that first house again, I got this house. I cashed out, refinance again on this first house. So I'm taking out the first house again, took a little bit out, not too much, because I saved a lot, probably like 10, I saved like 40, you know what I mean? But I put that on my dad's house, you know what I'm saying? So next year, I can cash out, refinance out this first house again and go buy a third house if I rent the house I'm in now, showing as income. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's what you gotta people don't understand. You can keep doing, and that's what building generational wealth is, because this first house I bought, I'm up $200,000 in the house. That's just one house. The house I'm in now, I'm up $150,000 in that house. So if I sell them, I can collect this money and go buy some Lambo, do it all I want to do. That's what it is. You know what I mean? So first house up $200,000, second house up $150,000, and third house I just bought 2 months ago is up $40,000. You know what I mean? So right now I'm thinking of selling the first house I cash out, refinance on, selling that, and putting money into this warehouse. Put money into this warehouse and start another business and still tuck 50. So when the market's crazy high, when the market drops, I can put that 50 on another house and still have 3 houses and still have 50 to 100,000. You know what I mean? And that's what building equity is. Equity, you know what I mean? And that's something I didn't know. You got to learn it, and then there's nobody to teach me that. You know what I mean? That's what I want to show. Like I've been teaching my nephews. I'm showing them this. Like they can see me doing it now, and they be like, okay, what I got to do? Okay, don't buy no car. You know what I mean? Cars didn't. You want to pay? Go get a bucket, $2,000, $3,000. Ride that till the wheel fall off. You know what I mean? Save your money. Then you can go buy a house. It can be a little house. Like my friend Brandon, he's bought a second house. It ain't my house is big. I got mini mansions. He got little huts.
But did he get that from you?
Yeah, okay. He seen me bought one, and now he just cashed out, refinanced, and bought a second one. And he's about to rent this one out. You know what I mean? All I've seen, he asked me, okay, what I got to do? This is what you got to do. And he's seen that. You know what I mean? Just for him to buckle down. I mean, isolate. It's not that hard in COVID. You know what I mean? And really go out there and really do it. Just motivated me. Now I'm finna get this warehouse. I might jump into some apartments. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can put this 150 and go get 16 unit apartment and really start flipping. That's the game I don't know that I have to learn myself, or hoping somebody will show me that game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's real good to see you doing it because we have this programming in our mind that it's just not possible, at all. You know what I'm saying? So to see somebody that we can talk to,
and then
it shares a lot of light.
And then I mean, Pest, the best thing about it is I came from the mud. Like I came out here with a pair of jeans and 2 shirts.
Yeah.
A pair of jeans and 2 shirts. You know what I mean? I own 3 houses right now, like crazy. I'm worth over $1 million right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I came out here with a pair of jeans and 2 shirts, like, and I really had to grind it out, not be like everybody else. I mean, and really, I mean, the music is. I had to really change that. I had to see, okay, what I'm doing is fine. I'm cool with where I'm at. I'm getting blessed by shows. I'm still, you know what I mean? But I'm not. I don't have to be that dude always out there. And you know what I mean? I'm cool with where I'm at. And then let me build this generational wealth. You know, I got 2 daughters who's watching me. You know what I mean? Do my thing now. So it's just about, okay, I don't have to be that dude that's gonna quit my job at wherever at a call center. You know what I mean? Go on tour with E40 and come back to nothing. You can be at a call center 7. That's why I be telling people you can be at QT worker. You can be there 10 years. You can make 100,000 at QT. You know what I mean? Like you can just grind it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Make good choices, make good investments, and you can really do it. You know what I mean? You can make $10 an hour and buy you a house.
Yeah.
Save up your little. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be a. You know what I mean? But eventually, the equity of build, you can sell that, go buy. You know what I mean? It's all about levels and all about what you want to do, and it's all about, you know what I mean, breaking that curse, because everybody's doing the same thing.
Yeah, and it's just coming from just not. I think it's coming from not knowing. You go into these rooms and you had these conversations and they shut you down so quick because they just look at you and they categorize you to be. And I'm not even trying to put race in it.
Yeah.
Because I mean I know brown people,
Yeah.
white people that had that same kind of struggle.
Yeah.
You know, it's just so good hearing this come out of your mouth. You saying these things because a person like me thought it was impossible. I'm actually looking for a home right now.
Yeah.
You know, and I went to go talk to a couple people, and they were just kind of like, yeah, you got to do this for 2 years. It's like, well, I got the money now, but you got to do this.
Yeah.
And I always told them, I said, I think money talks. You know, but they don't want to believe you have it, so they just kind of
flake
come
you
back
off.
with them, man, when you get your things together. But hearing you talk about it really does make me want to go back in there like, nah.
Yeah.
What's good? You know
I
what
mean,
I'm saying?
but it's about just being different and seeing that you want to be different. Like, I'm not trying to be like you over here. I mean, don't get me, I'll be going hard on people in apartments, but don't get me wrong. Apartment is solid. You do what you do. You do what you, but there's no reason why you can't live in a house, go buy a house, and just by settling down for 1 year.
Yeah.
But for what I did it.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I did it, and that's why I'm trying to start. I'll be telling people be going hard on me. Like, I'll be telling people all the time, you ain't got to buy no car, you know what I mean? You ain't got to do this, and they be going hard on me because they don't see it. But most people take game and be like, man, we got to break these curses because they see in me. Like, I'm your everyday person out there, you know what I mean? And I'm still in the music game, going hard. I'm humble, you know what I mean? I just stomped ground, shook hands with everybody out here in Arizona, and I put it on hard for Phoenix. As soon as you see somebody doing that, okay, I can still do that and still do this. Okay, well, I can break that curse. You know what I mean? Everything ain't got to be all about music, because I went hard for the music, and I own 3.
You're going hard for the music.
Yeah, going hard for the music, and I still own 3 homes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't no reason why you can fall off with this. You got to make smart choices.
But talking to a man like you, being established in what you're established in, how does one get you on the show? Because, like, what makes you say, yeah, I'm going to be on this show, and make you say, no, I'm not going to be on that show?
I mean, it's all got to make sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As far as, like, concerts and stuff, like, I always want to do that, but I can't, something small is not going to benefit me. I just stomped it. I didn't pay my dues, so it's got to be something bigger than that. You know what I mean? But like, I don't charge for verses. You know what I mean? I'd rather get myself out. The beat slap, I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? You gonna do something with it. I'ma gas it. You want me on? I'ma gas it. You know what I mean? So I don't really charge for it. It's all about what you want to do with it. And then this right here is a no-brainer. You know what I mean? Like, I'm blessed that you even reached out. Like, oh man, because you know what I mean? This need to be said.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the one thing we wanted to do with this show was provide you with a platform to speak about you. We see a lot of radio station interviews, a lot of whatever.
Yeah.
The first question they're gonna ask somebody in Arizona is, "Well, how do you feel about hip hop in Arizona?"
Yeah.
You know, and to me, that's just clickbait.
Yeah.
I wanna be educated about somebody outside the music, rather than just trying to find out what they got coming out. Because, like you said earlier, everybody got something coming out.
Everybody
you
got
gonna
something
get lost in. You gonna get lost if you keep trying to just look for who got something coming out, who got something coming out.
And everybody's not doing nothing different with it. You know what I'm saying? Even with the music, I try to be creative. That's why my videos kind of be creative, and I try to drop creative because at the end of the day, it's just me. You know what I mean? So everything's got to be strategic, got to be formulated. You know what I mean? Got to drop so it don't go on like deaf eyes and deaf ears. A lot of artists that they're not doing things strategic, putting stuff out, and it's just getting blue passed. I done been past that blue pass stage. You know what I mean? I done got blue pass, but now everything comes at levels. Like I done been to Famous Sam's, rocking. You know, I done rocked crowds of 3 people, sweated in front of 3 people. You know what I'm saying? And then I done rocked him, you know, in front of 5,000 with Bone, you know what I mean, and sweat in front of 5,000. So it's just about levels, you know what I mean? And levels is just being different. That's why music ain't always it. You know what I'm saying? It's not always it. And then you can't have you can't be the one that's always trying to be the you know what I mean, in the front. Sometimes you gotta take that background in order to bring your whole team up. You know what I'm saying?
Is storytelling in music something you're not into? Like, because with you just having so much knowledge about a lot of things. Yeah. Do you rap about it?
I mean, sometimes. I mean, I'm just now starting to get into the real estate rap. I just feel I don't want to be too cocky with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I want to. There's a difference between educating and being cocky.
But then you'll listen to a Jay-Z verse.
Oh yeah, I mean, but Jay-Z's on that type of, you know what I mean? He can be cocky with it. You know what I'm saying?
But he wasn't like that in '96.
But true.
That is he true. Was like that in '96.
That is true.
I think sometimes the message will get, a little bit more. I think that message will get through in them lyrics.
Yeah. So.
I mean, being cocky is. I think somebody will see it as being cocky if they don't understand it. But you're not trying to talk to the people that don't understand you. You're trying to talk to people that understand you.
That's what I needed to hear.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I be thinking a lot of people, because, I mean, I put out a post, people was going hard on me, and I was thinking a lot of people didn't want to, you know what I mean, hear what I be. And this is what I think is going to break the generational wealth. Yeah. Like, this is going to break our curse. If you're not out there owning, if you're going from apartment to apartment, you're not going to do nothing.
You're never going to do nothing. When they come to that apartment living, people don't want to own up to it, but you stand in an apartment, you paying this much and this much a year.
Check to check.
It don't add up. You gonna get nothing from it. You just go to the next place and they eat off of you.
And then you can, I mean, people, you can pay me gladly. You can gladly pay my mortgage. I ain't got no, you know what I mean? Yeah. And being check to check, and then buying a house is the most easiest thing you can do. It's easier than starting a business. Mm-hmm. Buying a house is easier, and building the equity. All you gotta do is just pay your stuff on time, building equity. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's easier. It's easier than people think. You know what I'm saying? And then, okay, you got your one house, paying it off, rent it out, and just go to the next step. You know what I mean? People don't think it can be done, and once you out there, you can show people. You know what I mean? It really puts that light bulb like, ding. All right, well, I got my family that I need to take care of instead of being out these, you know what I mean, doing all these clubs and spending all this money. I just went to the, you know what I mean? I know somebody who just went to vacation, came back, and they broke. Yeah. Like, how you do that? I don't.
It don't make sense.
And, I mean, it really doesn't, though. Like, there's no way I'm not going, if my bills ain't paid off, I'm not going nowhere. At least a month, I'm not going to come back and have to struggle to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's the discipline, though. You know, that's it. Somebody has to go through something, and hopefully it'll change them. You know,
I mean, I was in high school. I was sleeping on my friend's floor in high school.
You're disciplined.
I mean, I came from the bottom. Like, you know what I mean. There was times where I couldn't eat.
Mm-hmm. Like, and you want to do better too. Yeah. You know that's very important. Yeah. You know, some people just stuck, and they don't have nobody to look up to, and I think that's where you're important in this whole situation. Yeah. Is we really need to just say, okay, if this is where I want to be, there's nothing wrong with looking up to a person that's where I want to be. Yeah. That looks like me.
It looks like me, and that's been through the same things, and it's all you got to do is just ask a question.
Yeah, but that's pride. You know.
I mean, and that's the thing about it. You got to break that. Like my boy Brandon, like he just asked that question. What do I got to do? Okay, ask that question. Yeah. Is it possible? Yeah. Ask that question. Is it possible?
Yeah.
If you ask that question and someone tells you yes, it's possible, then it just brings you. You know what I mean? Asking that, well, how do I? You know what I mean? And then it just jumps to the next step. You know what I mean? Like I ain't perfect at all. You know what I mean? And I talk shit. I do this. I do that. But I'm humble and I'm able to learn. That's one thing I'm able to learn. I'm able to listen. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real talk.
I'm learning a lot, and like I say, that's what I wanted to do. The floor is still yours, because I still got the flower pack. I'm still like, tell us more about you.
Yeah.
It's real hard to talk to a man about music that has everything. Like your hunger, you have a different appetite. You've been doing the music for so long.
Yeah.
You've accomplished things people can only dream of.
Man, bless.
So when I just picture myself as somebody like me hitting you up like, yeah, I want Crav on the show.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like at this point, I have to pay him in respect, or I don't know how to pay this man because this man, he don't need the money.
It's not. A lot of it's not about money. A lot of it's about, helping you, helping your brand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It feels good when you reach out and be like, hey, Crav, you know what I mean? I see you growing. I want you on this show. You know what I mean? I feel blessed, even though you feel like you may not be in the caliber to reach out to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel blessed. You know what I mean? Because I see you moving. That's what it takes from another artist. Other artists might be cocky, be like, nah, man, you gotta pay me. You know what I mean? $1,000 or something like that. I thought, what am I doing with it? You know what I mean? $200-$300. I'm gonna smoke that.
But how do you feel about people that do that? Do you have any?
I don't. That's not being humble. You know what I mean? Especially if you got it, you know what I'm saying? If you got it, paying me $300 for it, that's why I don't charge for a verse. What's $200 for a verse? What's $200 gonna do for me?
Yeah.
It's not gonna do nothing. As long as you humble, as long as you go, I'd rather for you to put that $200 behind marketing, you know what I mean, or the video, than to pay me with it. We can both get our brand out there. That's why I don't charge for it. And people don't see that. Other artists think, oh, I need to charge for verses in order to set this standard that I need to get paid for. You know what I mean? That's understandable. But to a point where you ain't gonna set that standard. You're gonna set a standard nobody wanna fuck with you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So instead of setting that standard, I'd rather just rock with everybody. You know what I mean? Yeah. So when somebody want to take $1,000 for a show, you know what I mean? Instead of blessing you, especially when you rock, you playing their music, you making them known, like they don't want to bless you with that. That's kind of cocky. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because they're not even on that level themselves. And that's what they got to do, especially artists out here in Arizona. You know what I mean? You go to Houston, Atlanta, Bay Area, it's completely different. We're now the 5th largest city. How we ain't got 10 niggas popping out here? You know what I mean? How that happened? You know what I mean? Because I'm telling you, because we can't get behind one person.
Yeah, and I feel so comfortable that you said it and not me. I'm not from here.
Yeah,
facts. I don't know who know that and who don't know that. I'm from Detroit. I've only been here for 7 years, but it's just seeing how this city moves. Yeah. It's like y'all really don't get it. You really just don't get it. And it's good talking to you because you've been here for so long.
Yeah.
You can wear Phoenix Sun. It makes sense.
Yeah.
But you're not born.
Nah.
So you have a different.
Yeah. I carry Phoenix on my back, like you know what I mean, like I do the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I wasn't born out here. And then again, that held me back a lot because coming up, I had to really fight for my ranks. You know what I mean?
So that's a real thing.
Man.
If you're not from Phoenix or Arizona, they kind of put you in a box, right?
I had to really fight for my ranks. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? I had to really fish pub shows and, you know what I mean? Really make my presence known. Really put, World Star, putting it on tough for Arizona to really, okay, he's a factor out here. Rub elbows with all the top, everybody who's top, I rub elbows with them. But it took fighting to do that. Because I'm not from here, and I'm not. I can't say, you know what I mean? I rep it on my back, but I'm not from here. Yeah. I'm from the Bay Area, and that's where I get all my sauce from. You know what I'm saying? Man. It's different. You know what I'm saying?
And that's such a conversation I want to have, but it's just it's almost taboo because you don't. I couldn't imagine somebody coming to my city, Detroit, mm-hmm. and just ain't nothing good coming out their mouth about the city.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to look at it from that angle. Maybe that's why Phoenix is.
That's what there's a lot of people that ain't from here that stomp for Phoenix. Like most of everybody ain't from here that stomp, and people just don't get behind. They don't get behind it. You know what I mean? The only person like even talking with music and money, only person who made money I think in rap is Futuristic out here. Yeah. Personally speaking, like that, he probably made over $1 million for show, a couple million off of music. You know what I mean? In Future, he's not no street nigga, but he made money off music, and I don't. There's not anywhere else that nobody's close to that out here, and it's sad because you should have. Your city should get behind people and really push them. Like the Bay Area, niggas is getting behind that in their city. Somebody from Vallejo coming out, they getting behind this nigga from Vallejo. But we pushing him.
I don't think Vallejo has so many out-of-towners. I think the problem with Arizona hip-hop is it's real hard for me to get behind somebody that's from the South Side. I'm not from there. You know, when you look at people that made it in Detroit, they had the city behind them. Right. Same thing where you from. You got the city behind you. Yeah. How can the city get behind you when we all got different jerseys?
Yeah, that's true.
And I think that's really the chokehold that's on this.
But people got to understand, like it's all one umbrella.
People have to understand that, but like that's somebody got to be willing to battle for that.
Yeah.
You know, you have titans that speak of. I'm gonna put somebody's name in the pot. I don't want to, but let's just say Emerge McVeigh.
My guy.
Emerge McVeigh fights every day for the no main vocals thing. But look how they do him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna have to. Emerge will have to have made it and said, "Look, I did this, no main vocals." Yeah. And then watch everybody follow that. Yeah. It's like we don't have really nothing to follow.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
That is true. That is true. Yeah. I mean, but people pick and choose their little flavors. Yeah, like Emerge got his little, you know what I mean? And let me speak on the no main vocals thing since we in here.
Yeah, the floor is yours.
Tone, I done shows where Tone introduced me, and I've done it. The whole set was main vocals. Yeah. In front of thousands of people. They don't. I mean, for if your song ain't known, people don't know your song. You ain't got no. If the system is crappy. Sound system is crappy, I'm rocking main vocals. You know what I mean? Yeah. If the system is crappy, I'm rocking main vocals. And if don't nobody know me, like almost every 70% of my celebrity theater shows, I rock main vocals. 70% of them. And no, I'm rocking them. People know the word. I'm clear. You know what I mean? It's just about you, and you got to pick and choose with how you rap.
So how do you do that? That's the question that I think needs to be asked to artists. How do you know? Okay, this one I got to do no main vocals. This one I got to do main. Vocals.
If you take for instance, if I'm going to celebrity theater and I'm opening up for Rick Ross, I'm rocking my main vocals.
Why?
Because they're not going to be able to hear me word by word, even though the celebrity theater system is good. I know they're not going to be able to hear every single word I'm saying. You know what I mean? And then again, it's always a fallback. I can fall back to and still bring it back in. And then when I come in, it's just emphasized. Like you're able to hear if I'm rapping what I'm saying. Most niggas slur they shit. Don't rap. If I'm rapping what I'm saying, how I rapped it, it's just going to be emphasized as a solid track. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And most people don't understand that. And then if I'm going to, you know what I mean, another little club, a little bar club, you know what I mean? I ain't got to rock main vocals. You know what I mean? Unless the sound system is crappy. You know what I mean? But for something like that, I'm not rocking main vocals. You know what I mean?
So let's put the celebrity theater back into perspective.
Off top.
Do you think, what's more important to you? You performing or getting your song heard?
Oh, that's a good question, bro.
Because I think that's the disconnect.
Yeah,
and that doesn't fall on the artist. To me, that falls more so on the DJ. That falls more. That's the radio station's problem that they need to answer to. Mm-hmm. You know, because.
But I would rather put on a good performance than to perform a good song. You know what I'm saying? That's a difference. Performing.
No, yeah.
On performance. The people can perform a good song, just perform it.
I agree.
But there's other people that put them. And me, I perform. So when people see me for the performance, they're gonna take me as a whole package. They want to see what else I got. You know what I mean? And that's what started building my fan base. Because I came from nobody. I can't tell you how many celebrity theater shows I rocked. Yeah. There's been a lot of them. You know what I mean? I was blessed, and I never paid for a show. To get that clear, I've never paid for a show.
Ever.
I've always been blessed. You know what I mean? Like, she might call me 2 days, but you want to open up for 21 Savage. Fuck, let me find a babysitter, make a show mix. No, fuck, you know what I mean? I got time to you know what I mean? I ain't got time to mess. I got to do the show I did 2 weeks ago. I'm going to rock this one. I got, you know what I mean? But I'm going to rock it. Kaylani Day was the day before. You want to open up for Kaylani, A Boogie with a Hoogie, and Cap G. Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got to do it. You know what I mean? I went out there and put on had the whole people doing my little the whole crowd. The whole crowd doing the Holy Ghost. It's documented.
Yeah.
That's why I made sure to document it. It's documented. The whole crowd doing my little Holy Ghost, you know what I mean? Off a show that they don't even know me. I'm just out there to perform, I'm performing. You know what I mean? I'm not performing I'm not just performing the song, you know what I mean? Putting on a performance, not just performing a good song. You know what I'm saying? And that's the big difference. A lot of people don't, at every show I rocked, I've been by myself. I'm at celebrity theater stage turns in a circle, and I'm rocking by myself. I might have my nephew out there giving out my shirts. I give out shirts. You know what I mean? So I have my nephew out there giving out shirts, and I don't have 4 or 5 niggas on. I don't have no hype man. It's just me, and I rock just me. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I came from. I don't want to be on stage with a bunch of other people. I'm rocking just me, putting on a performance, and I'm doing my thing, making the whole crowd feel me. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's where era I come from, and I stay true to that. It's documented. You know what I'm saying? That's what people, you can't, you know what I mean? It's all documented. That's the good thing about it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, like, the grind is there. Like, we ain't questioning the grind of Russ Crav at all. I want to talk to you more, you know, I want to check back in with you because there's things now that I know. Yeah, I want to see how that looks in a year from now, even with the artist you're managing. I'm in tune with what you have going on, because I like the story that's being told of your life. Oh
yeah, I've been through a lot. And to show people that you can do more. You know what I mean? And be different, and you ain't gotta do this you know what I mean? And you ain't gotta spend, $15,000 on the chain. You can go buy your house, which in a year it's gonna equal out to $100,000. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You gotta be able to see those things. So I just want to show people, you know what I mean? You can still do it in the rap. You can still do it on the side. You know what I mean? And still support your family with your job. Be at your job. Never quit your job to be a rapper unless you know what I mean, doing something you don't care about. You know what I'm saying?
It's so many disclaimer notes, sideline things that people just have to be educated on, because this is a crazy game to get into. I've seen so many soldiers fall. Yeah. You know, I'm 35 years old, been DJing since I was 14. Loved ones dying. Mm-hmm. You know, incarcerated for the rest of their life, just crazy. Mm-hmm. So this game is so crazy. I don't want my children to get involved.
I got a question. How do you pick what artists you want to work with, or you choose to play? You know, I know you get bombarded with thousands of records, and a lot of people play you know what I mean? Yeah. How do you pick and choose?
It's the relationship I have. A lot of people come to me at parties, and they're like, yo, I give you $100. Play my song right now. And it's like, no, you can keep the $100. That's not how I make my money. Mm-hmm. You know, where I'm from, I'm used to people mobbing into a function. They come in 40 deep. I respect that more than anybody can pay me. Facts. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's about conversation. Mm-hmm. Like, if I ever saw you at a venue, I'm dropping your song, period. What I do not like is when somebody's telling me to play their music and they sitting home at their couch playing 2K. They don't come out for nothing. Yeah. And it's like, well, just play they'll sit like, I'll drop a flyer for something. Yeah. I get an inbox. Specifically, it's the same individuals. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I play my song. I'm like, why
you ain't supporting me?
Yeah, it's right. Not even about the support. Like, where are you? Yeah. Like, if I play it, does what? Because if I can play your song at a party one time, that's not gonna change nothing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in the room where I'm with a whole bunch of A&Rs, right? And they're like, "Well, who was that?" Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm at a club, so I play your song, and what does it do? It don't do nothing. But if you came with people, or if you made your presence known, if you're recording it, you got your vlog going on, it'll make sense for me then. So now it's about, like, I did my part. Now it's time for you to do your part. I see. Because I can play Gucci Mane or I can play West Crave. Either way it go, how I'm DJing, it don't matter what I play because I'm the personality. I'm hosting and stuff like that. But yeah, I play the music from people that I know that's out here working.
Yeah.
I didn't play Joseph Bill's music.
Yeah.
I didn't play a lot of people's music just because I had a conversation with them. I know where they coming from.
Facts.
You know, so that's just really all it is.
About grinding, and this is
I like to grind, and I've been doing this for 20 years, so I can see bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, I can see when it's not like for real. You know what I'm saying? I can see when somebody just in here to the money run out. I can see, you know, I'm doing my showcase every week, and let's just say there's some artists that come in there really ready, and then sometimes I play an artist show set. The first song about boom my speakers because it's just like you got this YouTube lease beat, you know. It's just and you want me to play your song? Nah, I'm good, fam.
It don't add up.
I'm all right.
And then they at home playing 2K.
Yeah, it happened. I mean,
yeah.
I don't really tell people's business because that's unethical.
Yeah.
You know, like I just don't like doing that. But man, you'll be surprised. Like I can make some of these inbox notes mixtape covers.
Yeah.
You know, it'll be just that disrespectful because it's like, fam, somebody needs to know you're doing this. This is crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I can't play your music.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't realize that's not the way to get to it.
Ain't it.
You know what I mean? If you don't be humble, if you don't show respect, I got on every single show I got out of being humble. Every time I got off the set, I said, thank you. I really appreciate. Thank you, Derek, Mercedes. I thank you so much. Crowd, you know what I mean? I every single time. Before I get on and after I get off, I say I you know what I mean? I give because I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? And artists, they don't see being humble is not, you know what I mean? They want to be cocky and think that everybody's dope, bruh. Yeah. Everybody's dope. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that you just being a dickhead about it. You know what I'm saying? And I can play this nigga who has the same caliber record you got, and he's humble. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So,
I'm probably going to say this on every conversation I have. The game has shifted, and the end goals are just so different for people nowadays. I'm a DJ that was vinyl crates. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't have two turntables, you weren't a DJ. Mm-hmm. That's the end of that conversation.
It's
but
facts,
you know, now you have laptops. Now everybody can be DJs,
mm-hmm.
and that's the same thing I want to say with artists. Like you weren't an artist until you had a mixtape.
Yeah.
You weren't an artist until you had something that you can pop the trunk out and sell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That
but
grind.
now we can just go into the studio. I can hum and put it on iTunes, and it can sell or not sell.
And they trying to get a million views on YouTube was what, $2,500 to $5,000. You know, people trying to grind for $2,500 instead of I'm getting that every check. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that's what don't. You know what I mean? If you get 1 million views, like you got to make that every month to really get something. You know what I mean?
But that's why the Drakes and stuff like that coming out with 22 song albums and stuff like that. People not understand.
They don't understand that.
I remember a Jay-Z album and everything that was accustomed to it was 13 songs.
Exactly.
That was it. But you started adding the streaming numbers in and stuff like that. To make it make sense and make those millions, you got to come out with like a playlist. You got to do double. Well, it's not called a double disc now. It's just called it's called like A and B or whatever. You know?
Then you got 20 other artists you got to fight for that's doing the same thing.
They said, I think they said over 120,000 songs get uploaded to Spotify a day.
That's crazy.
A day. And there's no way for you to fit in unless you pay.
Exactly.
And people don't understand, like that's the new rules.
And they trying to make money out of something. You have to have money to work a record.
Yeah, man. So
it takes money to really work a record. It takes
money to make money.
You know what I'm saying? And trust me, because I spend a lot of my job money on just to working a record. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Working a record, and that's what it takes. Yeah. And that's just not. I'm just not gonna quit my job just for that. You know what I mean?
And that makes sense. And that also gives you something to stand on too.
Yeah.
Because that also makes it to where you ain't out here making these wrong decisions.
Facts.
You know,
we got families, bro.
Yeah, you make some really dumb decisions when you down on your knuckles. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the music sounds better. That's why everything's better because it's planned.
Yeah.
You know, you get a lot of these false stories and a lot of it don't add up, and it's people that's seasoned that can just see straight through that.
Straight
with me
through
working in radio, I can tell if a song is gonna work in 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and a lot of people don't understand that. The people in radio do,
Yeah.
A&Rs do. It's like I can hear it. Like soon as it don't work.
It don't work. Yeah.
And people don't like hearing that. They think their song is gold, and soon as it get done, like it's okay. I remember there was a story about Rocco. I think the song was This Morning. Don't quote me. I think it was This Morning. He was servicing This Morning for 2 years. Like for 2 years. And it out of nowhere it got picked up.
Mm-hmm.
Like just imagine you got people out here right now that's doing promotion for a song that they've been working on for all summer.
Yeah.
Doing promotion for a song for 2 weeks and they're done. Don't even talk about that song no more.
They do one post and that's it.
That's it.
They don't work the record.
It's real lazy. It's real lazy, man. It kind of messes up the game because it kind of makes somebody that's been doing this for so long kind of
yeah, they ain't putting the passion into it.
No passion.
I mean, because it's a grind. If you ain't in that grind, you ain't got that passion. Somebody gonna out grind and get out passion you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's what it takes to really stick in the game. Especially me being, so long in the game. I've been in the game for, you know what I mean? And like I said, I didn't rub shoulders with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's just about just being different, man. And you know what I mean? Seeing what's next and seeing that you can be something else.
That's all it takes,
you know
man.
What I mean?
I'm more into, like, I want to start putting together seminars, and I want to have you speaking at them. You know, people that's like-minded like you.
Off top.
Because it's so much education that can be just spread. You don't seem like a person that want to keep that knowledge to yourself. It seems like it actually hurts to keep it to yourself.
I really want to give it out, especially people. It's not hard. That's what it's not hard. People own the house right now, and they're going check to check. Well, let me do this. You can move out the house, go to an apartment, rent this out, and then in a year go buy. You know what I mean? Like you can make a difference. Somebody got to tell you can do it, bruh. Don't be. You know what I mean? You can go get that second house. Go get your first house. Buckle down. Forget that vacation. Don't buy that car. Save up. Mm-hmm. Go get that house. Mm-hmm. Your family. It matters. You know what I'm saying?
So for the game, I need y'all to make sure y'all follow Wes Crav.
My
by
G.
doing what? Where can they find you?
Oh man, follow me, man. Facebook, you know what I mean? Black People Meet, you know what I mean? All that. Wes Crav, Instagram. You know what I mean? Hit me on Facebook. But mainly Instagram, hit me if you really wanna holler at me about some game, whatever you need. I ain't the smartest in there, but I give you the game I went through myself. Mm-hmm. For sure. I can do that for sure, and I appreciate you. Shout out Pest, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out Wes Crav, man, for dropping that knowledge, man. Yeah. Education is key. So, yeah, man, this was Grind Culture. I'm your boy, DJ Pest. Had a great conversation with my guy, Wes Crav, man, and we out.
The grind, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the hustle, the culture, the business, the budget, the paper, the muscle.